Me, I'm not scared. But uniform or no uniform, Afrikaner or no Afrikaner, white or pink, I deal with you decisively. Tell them to pay reparations first. Then we can consider paying that. If we have no money to pay, they must pay reparations first. Then we can enter into that debate. I'm going to be president of this country, whether you like it or not. And I will preside over the affairs of this country, including presiding over you. I think you must start adjusting to that reality. The sooner you do that, the less chest pains you'll have when that reality comes.
What chest pains would result?
Racist chest pains.
In today's video, we'll be taking a look at clips from this popular South African politician by the name Mr. Julius Malema. Mr. Julius Malema is a South African politician, a member of parliament, and a member of the Economic Freedom Fighters Party. This party was formed by him in the year 2013. Mr. Julius Malema is the leader of Economic Freedom Fighters. He is a very astute politician in South Africa. He is a Pan-Africanist. He always speaks truth to power. He is a very bold, confident, and affable politician. He always tries to bring unity within nations in Africa. He is a Pan-Africanist for that matter. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at some clips that he speaks about Pan-Africanism and then shares his ideas and thoughts as well. So let's stay through the video so that we watch exactly what his words are and how bold he speaks. But before that, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, just locate the subscribe button down there, click on the subscribe button, click as well on the notification bell, and let's enjoy the video together.
Someone said to me, if you want us to vote for you in 2024, you must abandon this thing of foreigners. Now I'm prepared to go home. I will never take a platform and denounce Africans. I will never do it. If it means votes are going, let them go. Now I'm prepared to go home. But to take a platform and please white minority by pointing a finger at my other fellow black brothers, I'm not going to do that. When I see a Nigerian or a Zimbabwean or a Congolese or Ghanaian, I see myself. I'm not prepared to take a platform and say foreigners must go home. I would rather not be a president of South Africa. No, I don't want. I must go and tell these hungry Zimbabweans to live here. And when I tell them to live, I send them to where? To die. To die. I would rather die with them than to allow them to die alone. And the people who say I must resign, I will resign. For Africans, I will resign. For black people, I will resign. I have no problem. White people in this country say they are prepared to work with everyone except the EFF, except Julius Malema. I sleep at night. The enemy is not happy with me. I don't want the enemy to be happy with me. We're not scared of anything. We've never stolen anyone's money, and we don't take money from anyone that will control us. The stance on Africans remains. It goes nowhere. We are for a united Africa, and we can't unite it by dividing it. We want one Africa, one currency, one president, one military, one reserve bank. Each 500.
It's jointly and severally.
Okay. Tell them to pay reparations first. Then we can consider paying that. If we have no money to pay, they must pay reparations first. Then we can enter into that debate.
All right.
And our reparation is nothing less than $5 trillion. That's what you owe us. You're asking money from people you stole from. You steal from people and still go and ask money from. You are the ones who are owing us. You have eaten a lot from our land, from our minerals.
I wish I did that.
So the video footage is correct.
I wish I assaulted him. Now that is a real issue. I wish I did a real thing, proper. I regret not doing it. I should have done it so that I deal with real stuff. Me, I'm not scared. But uniform or no uniform, Afrikaner or no Afrikaner, white or pink, I deal with you decisively. Thank you.
There is a saying, Yaori, bana ba tla otlwa ka bokgopo ba batswadi ba bona. When you steal a car and you pass over the stolen car to your children, it makes that child a criminal as well, because it's in possession of stolen goods. And that child passes that car, or doesn't even pass that car. He sells that car to go and buy another car with the money of stolen goods. It remains a stolen good, the property you bought with the money stolen, got from a stolen goods. You are in possession of stolen property. Return it, please. Your parents have left you a very bad name, and don't blame it on us. But I asked a question earlier. Reparations are paid.
I'd like to stop you right there. Why I have the name that I have is that my grandparents fled Nazi Germany and sought refuge in South Africa in the 30s to avoid extermination. Now the witness has brought up my name, and I will use the opportunity to respond to
I never brought your name. I never brought your name. I've never brought your name. I've never brought Oppenheimer's name. I don't even know his name. I don't know. I've never, my Lord, called him by name. I've always referred to him as you, and I clarified it that I'm referring to a client. When I say your name, I mean them as white people. Your parents have left you a bad name. So that is the context I'm using it. So please, if you are going to be a legal representative, you are going to have to reduce yourself from this case as an individual. Remove your emotions and deal with me as a professional. Because if you are going to come to me as a personal person, individually, I will no longer look at you as a professional. I will decisively deal with you as an individual. I'm going to be president of this country, whether you like it or not. And I will preside over the affairs of this country, including presiding over you. I think you must start adjusting to that reality. The sooner you do that, the less chest pains you'll have when that reality comes.
So what chest pains would resolve?
Racist chest pains. You know, my Lord, we're sitting here with pain, with trauma, and to be interrogated by people like this, who perpetuate the segregation, who continue to promote racism in this country. It's really unfair. Thousands of children have seen their mothers being tortured. I was young when police walked into my mother's house and she was sleeping. They took off her blankets off. Men, she was not dressed up. She was sleeping. Men took off her blankets. I live with that for the rest of my life, that some strange men came into my house and took off the blankets of my mother to search if she's not a terrorist. We are still a traumatized nation, if you don't know. And that trauma is real. And don't push us to that pain, because when that day comes, we'll not be scared.
As Africans and people of African descent, I believe there are traits from this man that we need to all emulate. Let me know in the comment section below which of the traits that you were able to learn from this particular video. Let me also know if you know this astute man in South Africa, or this is your first time of seeing him. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts and suggestions on this video. Thank you.